Welcome to Beyond the Books. I'm Kierra Cotton, and today we are at the main campus of the Cleveland Public Library to talk about something that unites us all, food. Bite into Books is a county-wide initiative that celebrates stories, food, and community, and it's all based on this book, Bite by Bite. Let's learn more. Uncovering the programs, people, and purpose that power every library branch, from early learning to career support, from arts to technology. This is where community grows, one story at a time. Join us as we go inside Cleveland libraries, showing you everything they have to offer. This is Beyond the Books. Thanks so much for tuning in to Beyond the Books. We are starting with Kayla Sweeney, Strategic Projects Manager with Heights Library. Kayla, how are you today?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much for taking the time to chat with us. Today's episode is all about Bite into Books. So first question, easiest one, what exactly is that?
Yeah, Bite into Books is this really fun community celebration of food, connection, and memory. And it is led by Heights Libraries, but in partnership with 7 other libraries in the county. So it's this really big partnership, so lots of people can get involved. And it centers around the shared reading experience of Bite by Bite by Aimee Nezhukumatathil.
Yeah.
We had this really fun kickoff at the end of February. We gave away over 1,000 books at the Westside Market that were all about food. It was just so much fun. But there are lots of ways for people to get involved if they weren't there. So Aimee will be here for 2 visits next month.
Okay.
One will be here at Cleveland Public Library. It'll be a tasting writing workshop. And then the next day she'll be at the City Club for a forum.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So tons of ways for people to get involved, but Bite into Books is all surrounded by Aimee's book, Bite by Bite. Talk to me about how that book was selected.
Yeah, so we know right now that a lot of people are craving connection, and Bite by Bite is all about how we connect to food, how we connect to people and community, and how we connect to the environment. And so we thought this was a perfect book. It's just 40 illustrated essays about Aimee's life. And she used to live in Ohio, so she has that Ohio connection.
Yeah.
And she has Filipina and Indian heritage. And so there are just lots of ways for folks to connect.
Yeah, there's a little bit of something for everyone through all of those pages of that book. And speaking of the book, how can folks get a copy of it?
Yeah, so luckily the libraries are putting this on, and there are copies at every library in the county. You can get it through the CleveNet app, through the CCPL app, through Libby and Hoopla. And if you didn't get a chance to get a free copy at the Westside Market, there are also copies for purchase at the City Club Forum.
Okay, incredible. And we mentioned the tastings that are happening in the 2 events that Aimee will be attending herself, but I understand that there are also ways that people can share their own memories to be a part of this?
Yeah, so that's a fun component of this initiative. We really want to capture what nourishment and community looks like in Cuyahoga County. And so we're encouraging folks to submit their food stories, food memories, family traditions, favorite foods to our website, which is cuyahogareads.org, or on social media with #BiteIntoBooks2026.
Perfect. #BiteIntoBooks2026. I absolutely love that. Do you have a favorite food memory? What would you share if you had the opportunity?
Yeah, that's a good question. I have my grandfather, he's a woodworker, and he made this really beautiful table that sits in his kitchen. And I just have so many memories of eating food at that table with family. And he would often make me describe in detail what I was eating when I was little.
Oh, I love that.
It was also the table we had a brunch after my wedding, and we sat at that table.
How
so
special.
there's just a lot of memories around that table.
That's absolutely amazing. What do you hope the folks at home who come out and check out this exhibit, what do you hope that they take away from this experience?
Yeah, well, again, because the book is about connection, we really hope that folks will connect through these programs and book discussions, that they'll attend, go to their local libraries. We hope that it will be fun. It's a way to rekindle your love of reading, to attend a program that sparks creativity, to try a new recipe, to invite folks over for dinner. And it's also exciting because we're partnering with so many libraries. It's encouraging folks to go to their local library. Just a reminder of how amazing our libraries are and how lucky we are to be in a space with so many different libraries that are unique to the communities that they serve. So we really hope that folks will take advantage of the programs and services that are available all the time, even past the Bite into Books initiative.
Absolutely incredible. Kayla Sweeney, Strategic Projects Manager with Heights Libraries. Thank you so much for sharing all this information, and we hope the folks at home, take advantage.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, and now we're joined by the Director of Arts and Culture here at the Cleveland Public Library, Tiffany Graham-Charkowski. How are you today, Tiffany?
So great. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for always taking the time to chat with us, and I'm super excited about this one. This is our common table, building community through food. Talk to me about what that even means.
Well, is there anything that Clevelanders like more than food? I don't know that there is.
As a Clevelander, I say no.
And so when we were trying to think about doing bite-sized exhibits that relate to the book Bite by Bite and the Bite into Food program, we wanted to create a series of artist-designed projects that look at people and comfort and food and memories and the things that bring us together. So we have a series of 4 artists in Brett Hall here who've created projects such as the one behind me that look at tables and bringing us together and creating community with food being that common thing that brings us all together.
And why was this project so special for the Cleveland Public Library? Why did we want to embark on this Bite by Bite experience?
Well, we're really excited that so many of the libraries in Cuyahoga County are participating in this National Endowment for the Arts funded program. And we wanted to figure out what can we do using this huge exhibition space to keep it active in between the community meals that we'll be hosting and separate from the large reading endeavors that people will be going on. We want them to come to the library. We want them to experience the rich arts that Cleveland has to offer. So here in Brett Hall, we have exhibits by 4 artists. We have another one in our International Languages Gallery. And in our special collections, we have a series of menus from our collection of restaurants that no longer exist called Tastes of Yesterday.
Oh, I absolutely love that because we all want to take that trip down memory lane and experience that. But you mentioned all those super cool, fun, and exciting events that are coming to the Cleveland Public Library. But talk to me about the kickoff and what people can expect from that. And I believe that's on March 28th.
Yes, March 28th at noon, we will be hosting a dance performance by Dancing Wheels, which is an amazing dance group that focuses on accessibility and bringing all types of people into movement. And they will be doing a performance in here. We will also have a community meal catered by a group called Cleveland Comforts. And they will be serving lunch to 100 people here in Brett Hall. And they can experience the artworks, go visit the exhibits upstairs, and then hopefully just have that large common experience of sharing a meal with 100 other Clevelanders.
That's incredible. You mentioned so many moving parts when it comes to this exhibit and so many ways for the folks at home to get involved. But why? Why should folks at home take part in this?
Well, we are a community space and we want people to come together and we need to understand each other. We need to know our neighbors. And I think that one of the things that I love about Bite by Bite is that it looks at food and memory, and we can all connect in these different ways through the meals that we shared with our loved ones and our friends. And we're hoping to have the library have that feeling of kind of coming out of winter and coming together as Clevelanders, also as part of One Cleveland, which is something that our library is working on this year too.
Yeah, it was absolutely incredible. And I really just want to underscore that this is not something that every library gets, and that the folks at home should be excited about this because we are one of the few libraries selected for this opportunity.
Yes, so the National Endowment for the Arts Big Read is very competitive, and we're fortunate that Heights Public Library system took the lead doing this. Cleveland Public Library is fortunate that we have spaces like Brett Hall that we can invite the public into. So it's been a wonderful way to collaborate and get to know our library partners even better.
Incredible. Tiffany Graham-Charkowski, Director of Arts and Culture here at the Cleveland Public Library. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
are Cleveland.
We are Cleveland!
We are Cleveland.
We are Cleveland.
We are Cleveland!
We are Cleveland.
We are Cleveland!
We are Cleveland.
We are Cleveland!
We are Cleveland and proud of it.
Hey there, I'm Kierra Cotton, host of Make It in Cleveland and Beyond the Books right here on TV 20. As a Cleveland native, sharing the stories of this city is the honor of a lifetime. This is my hometown, the community that shaped me, and I love being able to give back to it through the work that I do. But let's be honest, Clevelanders are just cut from a different cloth, and that's what makes telling our stories so special. So catch new episodes of Beyond the Books and Make It in Cleveland right here on TV 20 because we are Cleveland. And now we're joined by Mason Sheeter, Communications Manager with Heights Library. Mason, how are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. I'm excited to talk to you because we've been talking about Bite into Books all episode long, and I've learned that this is a huge collaborative effort. Talk to me about the partnerships with everyone involved.
Yeah, so Heights Libraries is leading the initiative.
Okay.
It's all through a grant with the National Endowment for the Arts in partnership with Arts Midwest. It's called a Big Read Grant, and also with support of the Friends of the Heights Libraries. So those are all of the supporters, but then we also have a wide range of co-hosts all throughout the county. So we're working with the public library systems of Cleveland and Cuyahoga County, who you already talked to, but also East Cleveland, Euclid, Shaker, Rocky River, and Westlake Porter libraries are all involved. So between all of us, there are around 70 different branches.
Okay.
And all of them are hosting their own individual programs for Bite into Books. And it's really cool to see because they all have different personalities and communities and staff, so that creativity really comes through in the events that they're all putting on.
Yeah, so a huge collaborative effort. As you mentioned, you named off all the people. Good on you for getting that full list down. But talk to me about, we talked about the author visits, but what are some other programs that people can take advantage of that are happening through those 70 branches?
Yeah, so there's around 100 programs. They're all free and open to the public.
You love that.
For all ages. So we've got stuff for adults, stuff geared towards teens, stuff for the little ones. But yeah, we are all doing a book discussion of the book Bite by Bite. Many of us, like Jamal talked about, are doing documentary screenings of the Riddall Green partnership.
Sure.
And all of the work that they do on their urban farm. But beyond that, everything is different depending on what branch you go to. So if you're interested in eating, there's lots of cooking programs, tasting programs, food resources across all of the libraries. If you're more of a creative type, we've got food writing workshops with Literary Cleveland, lots of arts and crafts and things like that, and a lot of social events too. So we talked about Our Common Table, which is a giant meal,
Sure.
But there's also things like cookbook swaps and food-themed game nights like trivia or video games, things like that. So there really is something for everybody, and we're really excited.
Something for every age, something for every appetite, you name it, you guys have got it covered. And
Yeah.
Macy, you did a great job of relaying that information, but if the folks at home missed it, where can they go to find that information?
Yeah, so everything related to Bite into Books is all on a special website. It's cuyahogareads.org. So people can go to that website and look at all of those 100 programs that are happening. They could register all in the same place. They can filter by things like their preferred library system, the age group, the topic, things like that. And that's also where they can go to share their stories and to just learn more in general.
Incredible. You guys are making it easy.
Yeah.
Mason Sheeter from Heights Libraries, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, friends, last but not least, we are here with Cuyahoga County's Library CEO, Jamar Rahming. Jamar, how are you today?
I'm wonderful, thank you.
Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. We've been talking all episode long about Bite into Books, which is a county-wide initiative, but talk to me a little bit about how this initiative is going and how excited you are for it.
Well, we are very excited because libraries are all about strengthening communities, having fun, and building bridges, and nothing does that better than food. Food is one thing that brings people together, and with us serving 47 different communities of all different races, we cannot serve our community better than being a part of this initiative.
Yeah.
We just recently featured the documentary Rid the Green Partnership about a local urban farm at our Brooklyn branch. We're proud to be hosting a book discussion of Bite by Bite at our Parma location on April the 14th.
Okay.
And we have a plethora of culinary literacy workshops. We have a state-of-the-art food kitchen at our Parma branch, and we do live cooking demonstrations. We've done things as basic bagel making, intergenerational tortilla making. So this is just very exciting. It certainly complements with all of our culinary literacy initiatives.
Yeah, and I was just going to ask you that. How is this aligned with the County Public Library's mission? Why did you guys want to be involved in this?
Because culinary literacy is at the tenet of our service model. Culinary literacy is what brings people together. It's what strengthens and connects communities. It's what builds bridges and brings people together.
Yeah, and there's a free food distribution component to this initiative. Can you talk to me about the County Library's role in that?
Well, we have a partnership with the Greater Cleveland Food Bank, and we are a food distribution site at 10 of our locations. We serve after-school meals at several of our locations. We provide free lunch to kids in the summertime. We served over 10,000 meals last year. And we've just rolled out a senior snack box that will provide, essentials to senior citizens who have, food needs.
Yeah, making sure you address the needs of everyone in the community, which is such an admirable mission for you guys to take on. But how can people find out more information? We want to make sure that the folks at home get the right information on how to get involved.
Well, we encourage everyone to visit any of our locations, but they can go to our website at cuyahoga-library.org.
Absolutely incredible. Jamal Rami, CEO of the Cuyahoga County Public Library. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Well, that wraps up another episode of Beyond the Books, the show that brings you everything your Cleveland Public Libraries has to offer. We hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm Kierra Cotton. We'll see you next time.